welcome back to my channel. I'm Jessica, and today I have my inventory numbers for you. This is roughly mid-year inventory. I have not done an inventory since, I want to say, March of 2022. Last year was it was a rough year, and I was still playing catch up. At the beginning of this year, it wasn't possible. It was time. I needed to get this inventory done for reasons you will find out in a few days. It just had to happen. So I hope you understand that I am only doing the numbers because school is getting ready to start. It is like gardening season, processing season. There's a lot of stuff going on. It's just a busy time of year. It's probably the most busy time of year for me. In order to get this done in a timely manner, I had to do just numbers. I am going to try to have the inventory with pictures in the beginning of the year. I'm probably going to do it in like January or February, depending on how many intros are coming up in February or in January and possibly in February. So we'll have to see how that goes. But in the first quarter of next year, I will have an inventory with pictures again. So without further ado, I am going to go over all of my categories, how many I have, like kind of like a rough goal of what I want. So we're gonna see, and I'm gonna compare it to my March 2022 inventory. Some of it's good, some of it is not so good. Before I get into the actual numbers that I currently have, most of my categories are going to be a goal of 5. If it is any category where my goal is above 5 or below 5, I will let you know that. But as far as most of my categories are concerned, 5 is my goal. It's the max that I should want. Though there are some that I'm not as worried about. So 5 and under is going to be green. From 6 to 10 is going to be yellow, and then above 10 it is going to be red, unless it's one of those quirky categories. So my inventory pivot is in alphabetical order. So we are starting with body care, and it's going to seem a little haphazard because of the way that it automatically orders. So first up is bath additives. March 2022, I had 2. I currently have 1. I'm doing very good with that one. For body butters, body creams, lotion bars, anything that is like super moisturizing and emollient that I primarily use in the wintertime. Last year I had 17. I currently have 12. So I am improving there, but it is still out of control. For body oils, and this encompasses a lot. A lot of my body oils could also be used on my hair or my face, like jojoba can be used on my face. I can use it for refreshing pressed makeup. It's in this category because it's the easiest. Quite frankly, it's the easiest. So for body oils, last year I had 17. Now I have 16. So while it is heading in the right direction, it's going very slow, and I really need to work on that. For body scrubs, beginning of last year, I had 3. I still have 3. I wasn't using a whole lot of body scrubs after my surgery last year. It just wasn't going to happen. I'm going to hopefully start using those more frequently, but at 3, I'm okay with that. For body sprays, this is a category that eventually I would like to eliminate completely. Last year, I had 7. Currently, I have 4. 3 of those 4 are gallon sized, which is a little bit insane, but I'm working on them, and eventually I would like to eliminate this completely. For essential oils, I have a problem. I have a big problem. As of last year, I had 48 essential oils in my collection, which is kind of crazy pants. As of right now, I have 38. Hopefully I will get that category under control because that's a little crazy. For hair removal, it is a wax. I had it last year. I have it this year. I'm okay with that. Lotion, anything that is thinner than a cream. I had 9 last year. My husband did get me some for Christmas, this past Christmas. I have 15. That's way too many. Way too many. I like lotions. It is one of those things that I absolutely love, but 15 is way too much. For body peels, which is usually like hand or foot peels, those types of things, sloughing lotions that you can use on your legs and those kind of things. I had 8 last year. I have 8 currently. I wasn't doing a whole lot of peeling or scrubbing or anything last year. For perfumes, this is one of those categories. I don't officially have a goal because it is one that I just absolutely love, and I don't feel bad if I have a little extra. Beginning of last year, I had 19. I currently have 13, and I did use up some smaller ones, like deluxe sizes. I don't feel like I need to use up any. I'm okay with that. I have used up 6 since the beginning of last year. I'm okay with that. And if more come into my collection, I'm not going to be upset about it. For body powders, that's a category that I would like to eventually eliminate because I don't really need them. I primarily will use it in my shoes. I don't actually put it on my body. I had 4 last year. I currently have 1. I would like to have that done by the end of next year if I can. For shower gels, another guilty pleasure. Last year I had 21 and currently I have 18. So I am making progress on that. Again, it's slow. It's going to be a while till I can get down to my 5, but we're working on it. Bar soaps, which you know I have a lot. If you watched my inventory last year where I actually had some pictures, I had 66 bars of soap. That's crazy. A lot of them were the small guest size soaps. I had prioritized them a lot, and it shows because I currently have 34. So I went from 66 to 34. That's a lot. SPF and tanning. So I have SPF and like self tanners and stuff all put together because they're two ends of the same spectrum. I did get some in PR. I started last year with 12. I currently have 18. It's probably too much. It's definitely too much. I need to work on that category because 6, I know I used some up and I'm still up 6 for this year. That's a lot. Moving on to the eye makeup category. For brow colors, that doesn't include gel. It's just like pomades, pencils, that kind of stuff, anything that offers color. I had 4 last year. I currently have 5. I'm trying to figure out where I got an extra one, but I can't think of it right off the top of my head. Brow gels, I had 4 last year. I have 4 this year. They're not the same 4. A couple of them are, but I finished some. I got some more. Brush cleaner, I had 2, and I still have 2. They're the big Cinema Secrets. Eye primers. Last year I had 2. I currently have 2, and one is the NYX glitter glue or whatever it's called, glitter primer, and then I have an actual eye primer. Those are the only 2, and I'm okay with that. As long as it's under 5, I'm good, but if I keep with just those 2, I'm very happy with that. Liquid eyeliners. I had 3 last year. I currently have 4. It's still under 5. I'm okay with that. Eyeliner pencils, which are the sharpenable kind, the kind that twist up. It doesn't matter as long as it's in pencil form. I had 15 last year, and I still have 15. I'm trying to think if I used any. I did use up some, but I did get some in PR earlier in the year or late last year. I can't remember which. For potted eyeliners, it's anything that's in a palette, a pan, a jar, anything I would have to use a brush to put on. I had 9 last year. I still have 9, and it's the same 9. All right, for palettes, it's a little goofy how I have this because I originally did not have them split up the way I have them this year. Right now, I currently have my palette split up in 6 pans or above, or 2 to 5 pans, and then of course I have all the singles separately. Last year, all combined from duos up to the biggest palette I have was 36 palettes total, which is bad enough. This year, it is much, much worse. My palette's currently 6 pans or larger. I have 48. For 2 to 5 pans, I have 21. That's a lot. And I did get some for Christmas. I got 2 boxes sent to me from Misty. She decluttered a bunch of stuff, plus she gave me stuff for my birthday last year. Yeah, it's a lot. 33 palettes somehow came into my collection. I don't know how that happened. I really don't. I mean, I do, but it shouldn't have. I almost doubled the number of palettes, which is insane. Last year I did my singles differently as well. I had them all together, which gave me a total number, but I like having them split up in different categories, so to speak. Like I have a section for cream, I have a section for loose, and I have a section for stuff that is in pans. I like it much better that way. 384 singles last year. I have that exact number of singles this year. It has not changed at all. Even though I've finished some and I've purchased some, somehow I still have 384 singles. But the breakdown for this year is 46 cream eyeshadows, and that includes potted, it includes eyeshadow sticks, those kinds of things. I have some mousse ones, Super Shocks, Jelly Much, all of those, anything that is a cream type base. Yeah, I have 46 of those. I'm not mad at it. Same way I'm not mad at the palettes. I don't have a set number that I want to have, but I know I have too many, but I don't have a goal, so to speak. But 46 probably is too much, but I enjoy them all. For my loose eyeshadows, my loose single eyeshadows, I have 155. That's a lot, but I'm a singles girl. Single eyeshadows that are in a pan, I have 183. Again, way too much, way too much, but I don't know how many I want. That is, eyeshadow's a category where I know I have more than I want, but I don't have a realistic idea of how much I truly want in my collection. I just know it's less than what I currently have. Once I figure it out, I will set a hard and fast goal-ish, but right now, I just don't know. For mascaras, this has improved quite a bit. Last year I had 8, I currently have 3, and I'm okay with that. 2 of those 3 are going to be done within the next couple of months, and then I'll be down to 1, and I'm okay with that. As long as I keep it under 5, I will be happy, but realistically, I would like a brown and a black mascara, and then maybe one fun color, and I would be okay with that. I don't do waterproof, I don't like it, and so just a basic black, a basic brown, and then maybe a fun color, but I don't really have to have it. I'm okay with that. All right, moving on to my face makeup. So a lot of the complexion stuff. For cream blushes, I had 2 last year. I currently have 4. I'm okay with that. Powder blushes, not so much. Last year I had 27. I currently have 24. I did get some new blushes in PR this year. I just happened to use some up, which is kind of a good thing. So yeah, I am down 3 on that. Makes me happy, but I have a long way to go. For bronzers, this is a category that I don't even love. It's crazy. Last year I had 5. I currently have 10. I did get some in PR, and I did get a face palette gifted to me that had 3 bronzers in it. So that between PR and getting some gifted, yeah, that ruined my numbers. I would like to get it back under 5, and I would be happy with that. 2 or 3 and I would be okay. For color correctors, last year I had 3. I currently have 2. I would like to keep it at 2, but not the 2 that I have. I like the lavender that I have, but I think I have a peachy one that is technically a color corrector. I don't really need that, but I would like to have a green, and I don't currently have one. But keeping it under 5, I'm good where I am with that. For concealers, that is a problem category again. It didn't used to be, but I got a lot in PR. Last year I had 5. I currently have 8. I'm working on 1 or 2 right now, but yeah, I need to get that under control. Foundations, didn't move a whole lot. Last year I had 12. This year I have 12, and I know I used some, and then I got some. I don't think I purchased any. I think I used some, and then I got some in PR. I'm pretty sure that's how that happened, but 12 is too many. For cream highlighters, last year I had 3. I currently have 4. I'm okay with that. Powder highlighters. Last year I had 24. I currently have 16. I don't feel like I finished that many. Did I pass them on? I don't do a normal declutter, but I might have given someone some. I don't remember. I would have to go back through my empties. I feel like I probably didn't use them all up, but I can't truly remember. For face powders, last year I had 3. I currently have 3. One of them is not the same as last year. So I finished one last year, and I got one in PR this year. It is that peachy one. It is way too warm for me. I'm finding ways to make it work, but I can't use it as an all-over face powder. It's too warm for me. The other one is a loose face powder. I love it. And then I have 1 pound of rice powder. I know it's crazy. I won't need to buy face powder forever. 1 pound of rice powder is going to it's going to take me a long time to get through. So I'm good with that. I just wish one wasn't a pound of powder. My face primers, last year I had 3. I currently have 7. Those were all PR. I got a lot of primers in PR. Moving on to my hair care. Starting with conditioners. Last year I had 8. I currently have 12. Technically they probably should be 5 and under, but I go through so much hair care because I have a lot of hair. I did lose a lot of hair last year, but it is coming back. And I still, even not having as much hair as I used to have, I still have more than average. I'm okay with 12 conditioners. Hair coloring, last year I had 11. I currently have 14. And I think that's because I just stocked up on the demi-permanent that I use. I'm not worried about it. I have demi-permanent, semi-permanent toners, developers, all that kind of stuff, and, you know, different things. So it's not like I have a lot of one thing. Some of them work in conjunction with one another. You got to have one to do the other. I'm not worried about that category. It's not something I'm like, oh, I have to go out and buy the newest, latest, greatest of whatever. I'm okay with that. For hair gels and stylers, I'm kind of surprised by this category. Last year I had 6. I currently have 3. I feel like I want more because, you know, a girl needs her stylers. For hair leave-ins, last year I had 3. I currently have 9. That is like leave-in conditioners and stuff like that. Sprays, lotions, like hair lotions and potions, that kind of stuff. So I gained 6. I'm okay with that because, you know, I got a lot of hair. Moving on to hair masks. I love me some hair masks. You know, the Natural Mother's matcha green tea. Love those. I had 5 last year. I currently have 12 because when Ulta had the sale, I did stock up on my favorite Natural Mothers. Plus, I've gotten a few here or there in PR. I'm actually looking at one right in front of me. It's just below the camera where I have all the new PR that's come in. So yeah, I have 12 hair masks. I use them very frequently, once or twice a week at least, because my hair needs it, and I'm okay with those. For hair oils, I had none last year. This wasn't even a category last year. I had to add it in because I have 1. I'm currently working on it. It's going to be panned probably in the next 2 months, and then I could probably eliminate the category. It's not something that I need. I'm not opposed to it, but it's not something that I need. For hair serums or smoothing kind of stuff, I don't know, like, technical terms. I had 7 last year. I have 8 this year. You know, like glossing serums, that kind of stuff. I'm okay with it. It's not something I use a ton of. I've gotten some in PR, but 8 is not a big deal. Scalp treatments. Last year I had 2. I currently have 4. I am totally okay with that. I love me a good scalp treatment. Makes my scalp happy. Moving on to shampoo in the last hair category. Last year I had 9. I currently have 15. And a lot of you are probably like, whoa, 15 shampoos? Doesn't faze me a bit. I use a lot. Lather, rinse, repeat. That's how that goes. I'm okay with that. I probably should use up some, and I am working on a few right now, but I'm really not worried about that one at all. All right, going on to all the lip products. For lip balm, last year I had 22. I currently have 23. I got a bunch in PR. I did not purchase any. I use a ton. I use an absolute ton of lip balm. It's my thing. I am a lip balm girl. I use a lot, but I do get a lot in PR. Tinted lip balm. Last year I had 4. I still have 4. It's the same 4. Lip gloss. I love me some lip gloss. I absolutely love it. Last year I had 96, which is crazy. I currently have 87. Yeah, I don't know that I could ever get down to 5 because I love my lip glosses, but 87 is way too much. A few years ago, I think I had over 200. I'd have to go back and look at like some archives and stuff like that, but I am making good progress on my lip gloss. I still have a long way to go. Lip pencils, another one that I like. I enjoy balms, gloss, and lip pencils. I had 16 last year. I currently have 14. I think it's too many, but I don't know if I need to get down to 5. I would like to stay under 10, but 14 is still too many. For lipsticks, bullet style lipsticks, Last year I had 29. I currently have 24. I am not a lipstick girl. I will use them, but it is not my preference. There's no reason for me to have 24 in my collection still. I'm going to keep working on them. I need to get that number down. That is one I would happily have under 5. And the last one for lip products is liquid lipstick. Last year I had 7. I currently have 6. I would prefer to have none. I know a lot of people are like, that's crazy. It is just not my thing. I don't like matte stuff. I don't like my lips to feel dry. I will be happy when I use up all 6 of those liquid lipsticks. Moving on to my nail care. All of my lovely nail care, which I absolutely love, and I will preface this by saying I am a licensed nail tech. I am no longer practicing, but you know, I got the stuff and the things. So pretty much anything in this category, I don't have an under 5 goal for because I like what I like. Starting with base coats. Last year I had 14. This year I have 14. I thought I finished one, but I must not have. I don't remember, to be quite frank with you. So 14, it's probably too much. I probably don't need 14, but you know, I'm not mad at it. Nail enhancements, that is anything like tips, wraps, gels, acrylics, all the stuff that goes with that, those components to put it together. I had 32 last year. I currently have 21. That is not a category that I'm actively planning. If I need to use something, I will. But, you know, if I don't, oh well. For manicure and pedicure supplies, that is anything like cuticle remover, cuticle oils, that kind of stuff. The soaks that I use for manicures and pedicures, there's a lot of different types of things. Last year I had 14. I currently have 13. I'm okay with that number because that category encompasses so many different things that do, like different products that do different things, and I'm okay with that. 13 is cool. I probably could use up a couple because I do have a few duplicates of certain things, but I'm not upset about that. For nail art, last year I had 51. This year I have 51. I'm okay with that. I would like to use some up, but I don't have a set number that I want to have. Now we're on to nail polish. It's any colored nail polish, doesn't count base and top coats. Last year I had 145. This year I have 173. And I'm not mad about that. I love nail polish. I absolutely adore it. And I probably have too much, but I don't know. I like it. I like nail polish. Eyeshadow and nail polish, that's my crack. I like it. Perfumes too. Yeah, I'm not mad at 173. I probably should have less, but I'm okay with that. I know there's some people out there that have like 5 nail polishes and they're like, that's all I ever want in my life. And I know some people out there that have over 500 nail polishes and they're like, girl, you don't have very much. I'm content where I am. If I get more, I'm going to be happy with it. If I use up some, I'm going to be happy with it. That's just how I feel. Polish remover. I have 3. I had 3 last year. I probably will have 3 next year. I might actually add one because I have the tub, I have a pure acetone, I have an acetone based remover, and I think I might want to get a non-acetone based remover as well because the wintertime my nails are so dry and you know, I might need that. So I might go up to 4 on that one, but if I stay at 3, I'm okay with that as well. Striping polishes, I had 6 last year. I am currently at 6. Those are ones that have brushes that are long and thin so you can actually create a stripe on your nail. So they do not go in with my colored polishes. They function differently. And top coats, last year I had 10. This year I have 10. I finished one last year. I finished an I&M Out the Door Northern Lights last year, and I love that stuff. But I just got the basic I&M Out the Door this year. So like I basically replaced like a slightly sparkly one with a non-sparkly one, and I love it. It's probably my holy grail top coat. I will always have it, but I do need to get some of them done. I'm not upset with 10 because some of them do different things. I have a matte, I have a satin, I have a high gloss, I have quick dries, so on and so forth. I probably don't need 10, but you know, I'm okay with this. I use it all the time. I think that is it for my nails, and the last category is going to be skincare. So let me get through that really quickly. For breakout treatments, it can be like creams, it could be the patches, whatever. Last year I had 3, I currently have 4. I'm okay with that. Eye creams, gels, anything that is for the immediate eye area. I had 7 last year. I have 7 this year. They are not the same 7. It just kind of worked out that way. Face oils. Last year I had 1. I currently have 4. I got them all in PR. I'm okay with those numbers. Face peels. Yes, I have a lot of face peels. Last year I had 6. I currently have 13. I need to get a move on that. I like my face peels. I like to exfoliate all the stuff, but I think 13 is a little bit much. Face scrubs. Last year I had 0. This year I have 11. That doesn't seem right. I feel like I probably had some. Maybe I had some in the cabinet and they just didn't make it into my inventory. I don't know. But I currently have 11. Face wash is a problem. I had 19 last year. I have 20 this year. I've used some. I've gotten some in PR. It's just the way it works around here. Makeup removers, oil cleansers, cleansing balms, that kind of thing. Anything that is the first step of a double cleanse is in this category. I had 5 last year. I have 3 this year. And that is going to change within the next week. 3 is going to be 2. I'm okay with that. I could probably use an extra one as a backup. I'm good with it though. Face masks. I don't do like single use sheet masks. I don't use the sheet masks. I'm like, I couldn't even think of the word. So these are all like you slap it on your face, let it dry, and then wash it off kind of face masks. I had 6 last year. I have 10 now. For moisturizers, I have them split day and night. I had 10 day moisturizers last year. I currently have 11. Last year I had 7 nighttime moisturizers. I currently have 13. I have too much. I need to get some of those used up. Serums, another problem child. I had 12 last year. I have 17 this year. It's too much, though, you know, I do go through serums, and I have different types of serums. I have niacinamide, hyaluronic acid, vitamin C serums, all that, you know, they do for different things, and I use them for different things. So, like, I think 17 is too much, but, you know, more than 5 would still be okay for me. Skin treatments, I had 10 last year and I currently have 5. I'm good with that. Toners, I had 2 last year and I'm currently sitting at 4. I have a lot of stuff. I need to use up a lot of stuff. I am going to make a concerted effort to try to get some more stuff used up next year, which I will have, like I said, a beginning inventory next year with pictures, and then I will probably do like a mid-year and we'll go and do some comparison. Next year is get stuff done, you know, finished up and out year, but I am going to try to start focusing on getting some more stuff used up and getting these numbers down, which we'll see in a few days. There is something interesting coming up. So I have officially 1,420 items. That does not include like individual pans for like eyeshadow palettes and stuff like that. It's a lot of stuff. I need to get a move on, get some stuff done, and get these numbers down. If you have done an inventory, let me know down there. I will come check you out, and be on the lookout, like I said, for January, February for my inventory with pictures when I actually have some time to do it. All right, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until I see you in my next video, have a beautiful day.